Man, I would like a Mexican burger.
Ask and you shall receive. Hey guys, welcome back to Binging with Larry, and yes, this is a Binging with Babish parody. And I'm going to make a Mexican burger that I thought up one night. Get yourself some brioche buns with a good date on them. Also get some sour cream, because I thought that'd be a nice little touch. Get some pepper jack cheese or Fiesta blend cheese, whatever you prefer. I ended up using both in the end. Get some taco seasoning mix. I literally don't know why I waggled my thumb. This was filmed months ago during quarantine. But of course, you cannot forget the most important ingredient, ground beef. So let's get started with this. I started with forming the burgers, and I just kind of did this first, and I'm unsure why I really did, because you'll see here in a minute why I shouldn't have. But, oh well, I formed it into a little patty, and then I put a little mound in the middle, and why? Because why not? I'm putting in the taco seasoning. I really didn't know what I wanted to do with this idea at first. I sprinkled it a bit, and then I started doing this. I felt like maybe I should just roll it around a bit to get incorporated with the burger, because honestly, I didn't know if I should make it into the burger and mix it well into the burger, or should it just be the coating on the outside. Either way, I decided to go all the way in, and I rolled it around on this plate. I used these Papa John plates because, well, I had like 50,000 of them in my house. But I also felt like there'd be a perfect throwaway plate, just in case for all this mixing and putting all the ingredients together. I once again formed that little mound in the middle because, hey, why not? So then we begin with, of course, the cooking process. I grabbed me some Blue Bonnet, I think margarine or butter. I always thought it was butter until I was gaslit until last year about it. And of course I thought I was going to have too much butter, and I scraped a little bit less and put it in a pan. Now at first it wasn't going, and I was like, oh great, this is going to be a fun time, but then of course it melted, and I was going around and around and around and around and around the pan with the butter, just to try to get it all over the thing. Although it's one little burger, it's not going to fit the entire pan. I decided to just do this and put more butter in because, hey, I'm American. Why can't I not have fat and butter in my pet burger? I decided to turn the heat up a little bit on the pan, and then of course I went and did some debauchery of some sort. I also started warming up the pan a little bit more and just try to make this butter go away and melt and be incorporated. As you can see, just nonchalantly putting my hand in a pocket and making the butter melt. Like a true American. After a while I just got bored and decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna throw this in the pan. So I did. With all caution to the wind, of course. And yeah, this is me cooking a burger. So here we go. I decided to speed this up a little bit because honestly this took about 5 minutes of my life. Here I am smelling that in. And literally now I'm starting to speed it up, sorry. I just kept going and going and going and left this burger a little too long on this side, I feel like, although it does look great no matter what. I once again waited, and I did this bit like quite a bit, a lot, and I had a problem here. It broke in half. At first I thought this was a big concern, but in the end you'll find it really didn't mean much. At this point I'm starting to notice it's starting to blacken a little bit, and this is whenever I flipped it over at one point and realized I have been burning it quite a bit. Now, it's not obviously black charred burn, but it's still like, it's not a very good looking burger to find flipped over. And at first I was a little upset, but at the end, it's a burger and I'm going to eat it no matter what because, well, I paid money for these burger meat, so it was going to go in my stomach no matter what. After a while, I think it started smoking up the place. So much so that I decided I'm going to take this off here, and I also think it's turned on my smoke alarm. And here is the result. A little bit of a blackened burger, but whatever. This thing was dripping with grease no matter what, as you can see on that little paper towel. And that's me just trying to flip this over because it was still burning and piping hot. But still just bleeding and grease was going everywhere, and I couldn't really do much, so I decided, yeah, it's time for me to start assembling the burger. So first up I got some brioche buns, and I forgot to toast them because I was in such a rush about this thing, and I just didn't know. For some reason I just gripped it with my hands. I don't know why I did that. And I just started running around like Emperor Palpatine looking for more paper towels. Then I got the pepper jack cheese. Pepper jack cheese is my favorite type of cheese. It's got a nice blend of cheese and pepper, as the name entails. I felt like this burger was still warm enough for me to just do this straight up, because normally I would just let the cheese melt in the burger whenever it's on the stove, but I just was a little scared. And then I smeared some sour cream on this because I felt like putting ketchup, mustard, or mayonnaise on this would just be a really off thing. So I decided, well, if I'm gonna have some kind of condiment, it's gotta be sour cream. And there we go. So here's the burger. And the verdict, really? I liked it. And it's kind of off because this was not exactly what I was hoping for. Of course, I'm still continuing to eat this burger, but the seasoning wasn't really there. There was the smallest little hint of it, but I was really tasting the black char of the burger. And this burger was a little grayed, but overall I felt like this was pretty tasty no matter what. I still continued to eat this burger all the way down. But it was still lacking what I was wanting, and the cheese was not melted, but the sour cream on the burger really was something I really did like. First I was wanting to quit on it, but for some reason I kept going, because once again I wasn't really hungry during this time. And, well, I was not going to get rid of a burnt burger, even if it was really charred. Well, then again, that's a lie, I would probably anyway. But I continued to eat this burger down to the last bite, which means it was in the Clean Plate Club. So what did I do? I redid it. I did everything right this time. I cooked the burger as long as it should have been, put some sour cream up there, and I added the Fiesta blend cheese at the bottom. And, well guys, on the second attempt, I was in love. I genuinely never have tasted a burger this great before. I was just so glad this burger was good. Now you see me sway my hands a bit. That was because this thing was still dripping with blood. I didn't cook it as long this time. But I don't care. This thing was so damn good. I genuinely was in love with this burger. Everything about it was right. The seasoning was perfect. The sour cream was there. Although I didn't taste the Fiesta blend cheese, but the pepper jack cheese was there. It was a great burger. It was beyond anything I had ever hoped for in this kind of idea. And I really didn't think this idea was going to work. I just assumed it was just going to be some crazy idea. Or it was just going to be a mediocre burger. At the end of the day, I loved it. And how much do I love this burger? I've had it multiple times since. And of course, I forgot to film this in the video, but I was going to add me drinking a Baja Blast with it. Because I don't know why. I assumed that was just something I thought was going to work.